Right. And we kind of got the mic pretty extended out here because there's this new amazing rig that I've got. What is it? It's a Next Level Racing wheel stand 2. So we're gonna drive this, as Red puts it, extremely rare Ferrari. I think it's F430. I see it. We're gonna drive this F430 manual. It's extremely rare because it's a manual. I'm just going to change the size of the OES because the preview distracts me if I'm driving. So, how's everybody been? A lot's happened, you know, a lot of days have gone by. You know, it's almost October. It's kind of wild. The Half-Life 2 M mod playthrough is done. That was really fun. If you haven't played that game, Half-Life 2, please give it a go. That's a good game. Whoa. Missed my gear shift there. I've been working a lot more, so which is exhausting, but it lets me enjoy these fun toys like this new wheel stand thing. I gotta say, heavy, very heavy, and kind of a good thing because in my case, like I'm in an apartment, so I have to be able to move it away from my single desk that I have for my computer so that I can work and do other stuff. But the wheel stand, like, yeah, it folds up and you can lean it against a wall or something, but it is heavy. It's got all the gear on it and everything. It's already heavy without all the gear on it, which is good and bad because it's heavy. I've only, like last night I was driving the, went fourth, it's a second. I was driving the Type 49, the Lotus Type 49, and I noticed myself kind of pick the thing up, the whole wheel stand kind of just like I moved it, you know, and I realized, oh, okay, like it's heavy, but so that you can do stuff like that, like I've noticed my lap times are up, like I'm not gonna say for sure because I don't definitively know, but it's like I can feel that I'm getting around my corners faster, and I think it's just because these pedals are not in a weird place where I have to worry that they're gonna hit the wall and disturb my neighbor or anything like that. Like, so now what I've done, not good. I've crashed the car. That's what I've done. What I've done is used the OSHA mat underneath the entire rig, and the rig is a little wider than the mat I have. Like the feet of the rig still fit on the like rectangle of the OSHA mat, but it's not the meaty part of the mat. So I've there's some microfiber cloth and, you know, some other stuff down there. It is on carpet, so that's fine. It definitely seems like, you know, the force feedback of the wheel, it's really cool because you can feel it in your pedals more because the pedals are bolted to the thing that also this is on. So it's kind of interesting. It gives you a better feel for the car, and I haven't even really changed the force feedback at all to try and help me with that. So it's pretty cool, just the little bit of, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like your proprioception and your like physiology is satisfied, unlike a controller, so you can just continue on and do your high-level thinking of getting around the turn and changing your gear properly and doing all that stuff. You don't have to worry about your body, which is weird. Like, you would think that would be the case for something like Counter-Strike, where it's like it's the same every time and, you know, all that, but it's not. I don't know. I've seen some really kind of janky setups, ergo-wise, of people playing Counter-Strike with like tiny 4.3 monitors, and you know they're confined to this tiny little counter space in their kitchen or something. Like I've seen some really whack stuff, and so if you can remove all that and be comfortable, then you can get what, you know, focus on what actually needs to be done with the tools, and not have to focus on like, ah, man, I don't feel right because I'm sitting wrong or whatever's going on. But that leads me to the next part of the wheel stand, which is cool, is that you can upgrade it later. Like right now I've got the office chair in it, but you know, I do have a space, which I'm thinking might be good. Like I would just pull the rig out when I want to use it and then hook it up to the TV. And I would probably want to buy a new TV too. But that's like, I had never considered buying a new TV until buying this wheel stand rig thing. So it's like, oh crap. So I think instead I'm gonna just find an older monitor and get that hooked up. Oh, okay. See, I think any other time I would have completely spun out right there, but I feel confident for some reason. Like this car is also really nice to drive. If you have the opportunity, drive this extremely rare manual Ferrari F430 rather. I've also been wanting to do like the cruise maps. Those look really fun, and I started learning Targa yesterday. Super fun. I've got my window open and I'm like just waiting for some passerby to like look up at me and be like, "What are you doing, sir? Are you a grown man? Are you a grown man? What are you doing?" I sure am. And guess what? It's 2022. I do what I want. Within reason. So, how about them politics? Dude, things are really getting weird lately, huh? Comment below the weirdest thing you've heard lately about politics. For real though, like, is it not clear to everybody that the government is like having its own shadow war without us? Does anyone else see that? Like, it's just so funny. Like, you know, some people like these champion these beliefs and stuff. Like, you know, it's really easy to see it from people like Nike or like, you know, whoever. They always jump on the bandwagon of like, oh, we need to support this thing, you know, whatever, flavor of the week. It's so funny. Like, obviously most people don't care about a lot of that stuff, right? Like, we just want to go to work and like go home and race in our fake F430, right? Like, and we want to love our children and stuff. Like that's we you know, be with our families and do our thing, right? Like that's what we want to do. But for some reason, I think the government seems to think we care about other things, but I don't think anybody cares about the things that the government thinks we care about. It's like, stop sending our tax money to other places. Like, maybe I could import a nice Ferrari for myself if we kept some of our tax money in the country. It's crazy. Like, anyway, so let me know what you're thinking. I mean, I know everybody's kind of on different wavelengths with this stuff, and I welcome it because, to be honest, like, we're all flying through the space, right? We're flying through space at way faster than I can get around this circuit, and we just have to, I don't know, weather it together. I don't know. Like, I think about people on shipwrecks where they join together and then they find a little plank and they all float together. You know, I think that's what we're going through right now. It's like we need to somehow stay connected to each other, despite, you know, oh, you wear Nike, that's fine. Like, you know, whatever. Like, despite all that, like, we have to, because some people don't even know. Like, even with Nike, I thought it was really popular for a long time to accuse Nike of using slave labor, and then now, now it seems none of that matters, you know. I think some people still care, you know, and like, but what we're seeing is the attempt to like demoralize and make us feel like nobody cares. Like, oh, nobody's talking about the forced labor for Nike, and no, you know, nobody's talking about that. Well, there probably are. It's just we don't see it because all we're seeing is YouTube algorithm or, you know, whatever. Like, I don't assume that everybody sees the same stuff I see. Likewise, vice versa. You know, I don't think. Plus, everybody's got their own. I have this source for news. I have that. You know, okay, fine. But like, what we have to start doing is saying like, does that make sense? And who does that benefit? Like, your belief. Who does that benefit you? And then, you know, like I said, the flavor of the week, like, who does that actually benefit? Does that benefit the company in the short term, that they can just, yup, we're here and we're doing it right, we're good, we're virtue signaling properly, you know, like, that's great for them. And I guess it's temporary also for other people that support it. Like, oh yeah, we're supporting the thing. And I guess that's good for your Instagram for the moment, or for your whatever in the moment. But do you really believe all this stuff? You know, that's where I get stuck, is I think people also jump onto the flavor of the week because they want to be in the know, or like up to speed, or sensitive, or, you know, whatever. And if you're on the cutting edge of culture, that means, you know, you've got something to say, right? Like, it seems like, what was it? I've been hearing a lot lately. Rush Limbaugh, culture's upstream of politics, or politics is downstream of culture. So you have to, like, I'm down with it, you know? Culture, I get it. Culture is the thing that people see, and feel first. Politics comes after that, because, or yeah, politics comes after that, because people realize, like, actually we want this ritual dance. And so, okay, the elders say that that's the ritual dance we're doing, you know, or whatever, right? Like, you know, that sounded more democratic, which I don't think is the case, right? But what do I know? I'm just some loser. I'm also, like, actually getting around the track, I have to say, because I think because I'm talking and ranting, I have something else to focus on. Oh no. Oh no. I started started self-analyzing, and then things went wrong.